Yo, what's up guys? My name is Yona and this is a guide to Olympic diving. In this episode, there are 4 segments to discuss: dive numbers, degree of difficulty, scoring in competition, and what the judges are looking for. For the first section, I'm going to pass you over to voice over Yona, who's going to tell you how to understand the random combination of numbers that you'll see on the scoreboard describing each dive.
The first number always refers to the direction. Now, I've just taken you through the ins and outs of all the diving directions, so you should already be familiar with their names. 1 is forwards, 2 is backwards, 3 is reverse, 4 is inward, 5 are all dives including the twist with the exception of twisting dives from an arm stand, and 6 are all dives started from an arm stand, including arm stand twist. The meaning of the second number varies. For dive groups 1 to 4, the second number is usually a 0. The only time that this is different is if the dive is flying. To do a dive flying is to do the first half somersault straight before making the tuck or pike shape. If this is the case, then the second number will be 1. However, this is so rare that many divers are probably unaware of this. For the groups 5 and 6, the second number refers to the direction of the dive, which is where numbers 1 to 4 come in again. For example, a forward twisting dive will begin with a 5 and then a 1. And the backward arm stand will begin with a 6 to signify that the dive starts from a handstand, and then there would be a 2, showing that the diver will be rotating backwards. The third number means the same thing for all the directions. This number refers to the number of half somersaults that the diver will be completing. 1 is half or a dive, 2 is 1 somersault, 3 is 1.5 somersaults, 4 is 2 somersaults, and so on. Don't forget to take into account that on arm stand, the diver is already starting upside down. So if they're going through the water upside down, the number has to be even. Are you following me? For the groups 1 to 4 and arm stand dives without a twist, this is it, just 3 numbers. For all twisting dives, including arm stand twists, there is a 4th number. This number refers to the number of half twists that the diver will do, and this works in the exact same way as the number of somersaults. 1 is half a twist, 2 is a full twist, and so on. The letter at the end refers to the position that the dive will be done in. A is straight, B is pike, C is tuck, and D is free position, where there is no clear straight tuck or pike shape. So let's see if you've got all that. Pause now and comment the description of these dive numbers.
Degree of difficulty is calculated by the world governing body for diving, FINA, based on certain criteria including height, direction, number of somersaults and twists, and also the position that the dive is done in. Criteria can change, so then the DD will also change, but this is rare. Every dive has its own degree of difficulty, ranging from the simplest 1.0, used mostly in novice diving, all the way up to the most difficult 4.3, which is the back 2.5 with 3.5 twist pike on 10 meter. Also even to the ridiculous 6.3 in cliff diving. In international individual competition, there are 7 judges. From these 7 scores, the 2 highest and the 2 lowest are removed to give you a middle 3. This is to give an average representation of the dive and also remove the effect of any anomaly. The middle 3 scores are added together to give you the raw score. This raw score is then multiplied by the degree of difficulty to give you a total score. The total scores for each dive are added together, and the diver with the largest number of points wins the competition. Synchronized diving is a little bit more complicated as there are 11 judges. 6 of these judges are for execution, with 3 judging one diver purely on how well they execute the dive, and then 3 judging the other. The panel is completed by 5 more judges who give scores based on how well the divers are able to stay in synchronization. To find the average raw score, the process is as follows. 1 highest and 1 lowest score is removed from the execution for diver 1, and the same is done for diver 2. And then 1 highest and 1 lowest score is taken away from the 5 synchro scores. So this leaves 5 numbers to be added together. This total is then divided by 5 and then multiplied by 3 to give you the raw score. and then same thing as individual, you take this raw score and multiply it by the degree of difficulty to give you the total score. The judges' scoring of the dive is based on 3 sections: the takeoff, the flight, and the entry. Now, I'm not a qualified judge, so my opinions can't be verified, but for me, the entry is the most important part of the dive. The aim is to land perfectly vertical, then use the hands to part the water like Moses parted the Red Sea, so that the body can slide through and create as little splash as possible. This is known as a rip. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing a diver perfectly execute a rip entry. Here are a few examples. The flight is all about form and artistic ability, so the more aesthetically pleasing a dive is, the more generously the judges will score it. Combine good form with the rip entry and you're well on your way to scoring a perfect 10. Finally, the takeoff is the key, because this dictates how well the dive can go. Judges like to see height and good balance. If you're too close to the board, the dive might be seen as dangerous, so the judges can mark down for that. If you're too far away, the judges will also mark down for this, and also it's less likely that you'll be able to actually execute the dive properly. So there you go, that's how diving works. Don't forget, the hustle never stops. You can find the link for the t-shirts in the description below. As usual, if you have any questions, comment them below. If not, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's guide to Olympic diving. Peace out.